Hello guys, you're welcome back once more. So in this particular video guys, I'm going to show you exactly how to go about the cutting of this particular triangle neckline design. As you can see, the way it's sitting very beautiful on me. Actually, I made this particular dress without any form of tightening or bustier, anything. It's just plain, very plain. So that is what I'm going to show you how to go about the cutting. If you're interested, please stick with me to the end of this particular video guys. So this is the fabric I'm going to use to show you how to cut this. So what I mean by no tightening or nothing means that this is just a plain like straight up sewing. Okay, so you want to see how to make this, you can still go ahead and apply tightening or whatever, but just know how to cut this without too much adding or paperwork stuff involved. So when you get your shoulder measurements, that is your shoulder divided by 2, and apply, I'm just going with a regular any just measurement. I'm not using my measurement on this. Okay, so but when you divide your shoulder measurement by 2, normally the way you do it plus 0.5, you apply it up and down and just connect it like this. Okay, so make sure that what I'm using here is 7 inch, so I'm just using 7 inch all through. My normal shoulder measurements by 2 is 8, so when I add 0.5 I'll get 8.5, but I'm just using 7 inch because I just want to show you how to go about the cutting of this. So when you go ahead and use yours the way you're supposed to, you equally get your armhole curve. So this is your armhole curve, me getting my armhole curve on this. Please don't forget, like I said, I'm not using my measurement on this. Okay, so after you get your armhole curve, now I'm doing all this because I want you to get a clear picture of this neckline, like to get a clear view of it. I'm just going to casually rule a straight line down like this, as if I am taking in a waist. Okay, I'm getting my waistline and then dragging it downwards. Okay, so now you can have a view of bodice, so it's looking more like a bodice now. So the next thing I'm going to do is on this particular neck here, I am going to move in by 2.5 inch. Now this particular 2.5, you know that averagely 3 inch works for the neck width, so you can use 2.5 or you can use 3 inch if you have, depending on your neck size. So make sure you measure it so that you will not use so much wide. So 2.5 works for me because I don't have a wide neck, and remember the style we are actually cutting here. So I'm going to get my bust point. I'm just going to bring it down like this. So like I said about the 2.5, you can equally use 2.5 on yours too, or you can use 3 inch. So just make sure that it's not something that when you finish it will be too tight on your neck. Okay, so now this is the height, depending on where you want yours to stop. If you want it to stop on your chest line, if you want it to stop a bit higher, but remember I have 7 inch here already, so with this 7 inch I'm kind of okay with it. So I'm okay with this 7 inch. That is, you can make yours 8 inch deep, you can make it 7 inch deep, but pay close attention to this because if you don't do it very well, it might end up gaping. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I did next year, is I got my chest line, so that is my chest measurement. Make sure you get your chest line that's accurate across chest. Okay, and then that you across chest, whatever you get there, you subtract like 1 inch from it, and then you divide it by 2, and then this is what I applied there, that is 5 inch. So when you subtract, like let's say for instance your across chest is 10 inch, you subtract 1 inch and use 9 inch, and then you will divide it by 2, you have 4.5. that is where you're going to use to mark this. Then you're going to connect it like this. So when you connect it like this, now we have something, we are now having our triangle. So can you see how this is looking already? It had like the half part of a triangle is already showing. Yes, this triangle might not be exactly the way you expect it, but don't forget it's for a front neckline. Okay, so the front part needs to accommodate your front view. So you can even go ahead to curve this inward, like you can get creative about it, how you want yours to appear. That is it. So you can get creative, curve it in, you know, just how you want yours to look. If you don't want it to just be straight down, okay, please feel free to ask me any question. If you don't understand anything here, just ask me any question. And if it's your first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell for this to always get updates from me. So for the waist, I'm going to be cutting this out from the waist part, just because I want you to get a proper clear view of what I'm talking about. Okay, so now I'm cutting out normally as if I'm cutting out my bodice. Can you see how this is looking? So when I finish cutting, I'm going to cut my shoulder slant as well. Yes, and if you're enjoying this particular video, guys, don't forget to hit the like and comment so that some other persons can see it too, because somebody out there wants to learn how to make this as well. So please hit the like and comment so that some other person can equally see and equally share this video. Now go ahead and cut this out like this. Please be very careful of the cutting so that you don't end up cutting at the wrong side. So remember, this is a freehand, so once you make any mistake, you have to start all over again. Okay, so there are some mistakes you can't correct easily. So I'm cutting this out like this. So after I cut it out, can you see how it's looking? Now it has that triangle shape. Can you see, guys? This is for a front view triangle neckline. So when I measure this, I have 10.5. I have 10.5 for this. Remember, I use 5 inch to actually get my across chest here, and yet at the end I have 10.5. So in other words, just make sure that you are not using the exact across chest. So you can minus 1 inch from it, or minus even 1.5, because you are still going to be turning this with a lining in, or you're going to turn it with a lining. So with all those things, it's going to bring it to balance at your normal across chest, and plus it needs to still reduce more. Okay, you don't want it to just be your accurate across chest exactly, because if you do it like that, this might gape. So to avoid gaping, you have to be very conscious of your across chest. That part is very important. Once the across chest is fitted properly, everything will just sit. Everything will sit very well. Okay, because you're not tightening this. But this same cotton can equally go for a tightening. So in case you are making a pattern with it and you are doing tightening and every stuff, like you're making a bustier, yes, you can use the same method to equally cut this neckline. Okay, so that is for that. Then this is, I'm going to show you how to equally cut this on the fabric. Okay, this is for the part of the fabric, because so that you can still get a clear view. So basically this is more like what I did on mine, and I want to show you when you're able to curve this, like when you curve it in. So I'm getting my armhole, and here I'm going to use 2 inch for this part. Okay, and I'm just going to get my shoulder slant. So whichever one you're doing about the neckline, like just use a lesser, instead of using the regular 3 inch you can use for your neck, you can use 2 inch or 2.5, like use a lesser, so that that part can be high. It's not going to have that fitting, that how will I describe it? It needs to come up a little, like let it be a bit high on your neck. That is why you need to reduce the weight. Okay, so you can see I'm using a cuff to make this one now, because I want you to see how it's going to look when I use a cuff to get this. So I'm just going to place this like this. So I'm curving it, and like I said, guys, if you're out there, you enjoy this particular tutorial, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell for more updates, guys. Yes, don't forget to do that. Yes, don't forget to do that. Like this particular video, comment and share. Somebody out there wants to see this, so please don't forget to encourage the growth of this particular channel. Please don't forget to like. Okay, yes, and if it's your first time, like subscribe. So this is it, and I'm cutting this out, and can you see how it is? Now I'm just going to cut it out gradually like this. You don't want to overcut in, because at the end you might end up increasing from what you got from your across chest that you're supposed to use. So this is the outcome, guys. This is how it looks. Very beautiful and lovely. Can you see it has this shape? So basically that is how to go about the cutting of this neckline. I hope you guys enjoyed this particular tutorial. If you know you did so, the only way you can encourage more of my videos and is to subscribe and equally like this video, and don't forget to check out my other video, guys. Thank you.